Into fourth quarter live, where Wiggy and myself, Adam Jones from 98.5 The Sports Hub, are going to be reacting live and unfiltered throughout the rest of the game here tonight. Patriots and Packers all square at 17. Fourth quarter beginning. You can join us comments by pressing the fan line button right on the upper right-hand corner of your screen as you watch during the show. Wiggy, we're watching the Packers fumble to the Patriots as the Pats have been awfully shaky so far tonight. What have you thought of the game?
Listen, their offense sucked in the third quarter. You get down to the 1 yard line. Listen, I'm not a big fan of Cordell Patterson running the football, but run the ball. Nice. That was a huge play right there. Whoo! That was big. They needed that.
So who popped out here? This is Aaron Jones gets popped out by Van Noy.
No, Lawrence Guy popped that out.
Oh, God, my bad.
Oh, man, that's huge. They needed that.
Okay, so you've said here as we're watching this unfold, again, 17-17 early in the fourth quarter, and we're going to get Mike Felger from the Sports Hub here at some point as the game unfolds, but this is the kind of break you need against Aaron Rodgers, right? You're making your own breaks with the defense there, and look, I mean, the Patriots offense has been lagging in the third quarter, but maybe this is where it starts to turn. Yeah,
I mean, like I was getting ready to say, they had the ball at the 1 inch line, couldn't do anything with it, you know.
Yeah.
And you got to be able to – you go for it on fourth down, you don't do nothing with it. I mean, I know they're trying to run the ball to Patterson, but I just don't want them to fall in love with it because Green Bay's been on it. You know what I mean? They've been on it in the third quarter, and obviously right there on that first run, he only gains, a yard? So let's get back to doing what you're doing. James White, get back to getting the ball in his hands.
Okay, let me ask you, what do you – and I'm keeping my eye on the chats here. Already we're getting Jackie Bradley Jr. chats, which, you know, you want a gold glove, so I'm already getting that thrown in my face, which is to be expected. We're getting tweets, messages rather, on the fan line about Wiggy and your lovely attire compared to how I'm dressed here tonight. So you're looking good, Wiggs. But a lot of people, or at least I want to know, what do you think of the Cordell Patterson experiment? Because it looked good. They didn't go with it down at the goal line. They didn't go with Brady down at the goal line. So what have you thought of that experiment tonight?
They should have went with Patterson in the goal line. They ran into him one play, and then the next play they decided to throw it. I would have ran him twice down there. He's a big body. You run him from the 1 yard line. I mean, so far it's been good. The Patterson project in this game, I'll live with it. But I think let's get back to getting James White involved. This is a huge 3rd and 6 right here. Come on. Capitalize on this fucking turnover. Yes.
So there you go. There's Philip Dorsett, who we've seen a good amount of tonight. He's probably playing, although we saw him early in the game. He's probably playing because Josh Gordon's been in and out of the game. With would you call that a dislocated finger? That's what a lot of people thought it was on Twitter.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. I mean, that's what it looked like. They popped it back in, taped it up. And I think the reason why you're seeing Dorsett is because you don't have a Gronkowski out there. And so they only got one tight end up, and that's Dwayne Allen. So they bring in the extra receiver. So you got to capitalize off this turnover. You need to score points.
Yeah, make them pay, right? So anyway, we told you go to the top right-hand corner, fan line. That's how you get in touch with us. Let's go out to the fan line now. I believe we have Andrew in Lowell who wants to touch base with Adam Jones and Wiggy here on Fourth Quarter Live. Do we have Andrew?
There we are. Hi, how are you?
Oh, there he is. What's up, Andrew? What do you got?
How you guys doing? Well, I'm noticing today, I don't like the Cordell Patterson experiment. I think it's just fluky today because you tried this thing last week and it really didn't work. But the big takeaway I really want to point out is I think there was really a rare opportunity where Bill Belichick had a mismanaged the clock. It's that halftime, right before halftime, where Green Bay ended up punting. Where right before Aaron Rodgers fumbled it out of bounds forward. So they ran the clock. If you take the time out there, you have a minute left, and they punt it, and you can drive down the field. On the flip side, however, Green Bay also mismanaged the clock because the play clock and the game clock were within a second of each other, and they could have taken it down to 1 second and then punted it and gone into halftime. So that's all I have to say. Thanks, guys.
Okay. Well, Andrew, we appreciate that. What? Here we go. As we got Edelman throwing back across the field to James White with a lot of room to go, Wiggs. A lot of room to go down the left sideline. Right down to the 2. That's what you're calling for, Wiggy. That's what you're calling for.
Well, no. I mean, I think what you got to understand is right. You don't have Gronkowski, so you gotta try to do some things.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying you were calling for trick plays. I'm just saying you were calling for James White, not the trick play.
Oh I mean, I get James White back involved in this game. I mean, that's what we get your shoulder pads down. Come on, get him back involved in the game. And I don't mind like the trick play here and there because obviously with no Gronkowski, you got to try to add something to your offense. You got to come away with a touchdown right here. He's got to score on this. He hasn't used a stiff arm or something. Come on. You got to score a touchdown on this possession right here.
Right. They've already been empty down here one time. We'll get to Cordero Patterson and his usage. I'm sure Felger's going to want to at me about no Sony Michel tonight. They got a wide receiver playing running back, but you got to punch it down here. You got to punch it in down at the goal line.
He's been okay. Let's be honest. There you go. Touchdown. Touchdown. He was in.
They're talking it over. He's short. They're marking him short.
No, they got to review this. Like, let's be like the Patterson thing experience has been okay. He's made a couple runs.
Here we go. Quick snap. Brady? Nope. More James White. James White's in. There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
What I was saying, Jonesy, the Patterson project has been okay. It's not something that you want to feature, but it's something like if you got him in the game early, right?
Yep.
You made a couple nice plays.
I mean, he looks good, right? I mean, Wiggs, I don't love Cordero Patterson as a player, and I haven't necessarily loved him as a running back last week, but he looked good tonight.
Yeah, and that's why I think, when you're down with Sony Michel, it's like, because you don't want to just keep giving James White the football. You don't want to run him and then have to throw him the football. He's your best weapon on offense, right? So you don't want to beat him into the ground. So you have to try to – I just don't understand the whole Bonner thing, why they don't give him a little bit more of some opportunities,
The only thing I saw him do tonight was he blocked the crap out of one of their pass rushers. That's the only thing I saw Kenyon Barner do tonight. But James White, a couple of huge plays on that drive. The big play on the Edelman pass up the left sideline, then punches it in from a goal line out, or from the 1 yard line out across the goal line. Not a lot of people loving the goal line play calling from Josh McDaniels, including Casey, who says the goal line offense makes him want to commit harikari. So not great goal line offense down there. They couldn't capitalize on down earlier.
But I think they're talking about their last time down at the goal line, which, I agree with.
It took them 3 plays from the one here. I think they're talking about these two.
Well, I mean, you got to think about it. You get in on third down. The first play was there. James White gets outside. He's just got to get in. He's got to make the guy miss. He's got to stiff arm him. I'm talking about on the last goal line possession when you ran into Patterson. They called it a touchdown. Then they review it, and then they say, okay, no touchdown. Then the next, 2 plays, they throw the football. And to me, that's when I look at, like, I get frustrated with the goal line plays because when you're that close, hey, turn it, give it to him again. If you don't get to him and you got to throw it on 4th down or something like that, then I can live with that. But throwing it on, I think it was 3rd and 4th down, and you didn't really give him a shot. I think just run the football when you're that close.
Did you want to see Brady punch it in at all? Get his 1,000 yards? Do you care about that?
Yeah, I'd love to see that. But if you looked at the way they were playing it, they were like, you're not sneaking in it. They had 4 guys over the ball. They had a linebacker walked up. So you knew that they weren't going to allow Brady to do that. So
okay, fair enough. I don't care about the 1,000 yards at all. Just get your touchdown. Anyway, you can get in touch on the fan line, upper right-hand corner. We have another person waiting to get on board here. That would be Matt in Framingham wants to join us here on the fan line. Patriots, by the way, on top 24-17, about 10 minutes to go. Aaron Rodgers about to get the football on 4th quarter live. What's up, Matthew?
Hey, how you doing, fellas?
What's up?
I couldn't agree more, Wiggy. It's just I wanted to see Cordell Patterson get that ball 3 times and then maybe try to pass. He's been running with such velocity, especially on that one drive. And I like that they went up-tempo again, like in the first drive, because, I think that's what – we're playing against a second-team defense at the reason the ejection, which shouldn't have happened. But it's just kind of, I just think that we're using James White too much in these plays in the goal line. It took him 3 tries. Cordell Patterson running such ferocity. I'd like to see him running the ball more. I never thought I'd say that, but for tonight, yeah.
Look, I mean, I'm kind of with Matt on this. I think Patterson has looked good tonight. And,
listen, I can deal with Patterson. I just don't want Josh to fall in love with him. Like, I don't mind if you were going to use him on the goal line. He's a big body. I feel confident that he can get you a yard or two if you need it. I just don't want Josh to fall in love with him where he has to now think, okay, let me feature him as the feature back. Use him as like a change of pace, change of direction, which I think they've done well tonight. You don't want to kill James White running the ball. You want to use him in the passing game. And so I think ultimately, what they've done with Patterson, they've done a good job with him tonight. I mean, obviously you don't have Sony Michel until he gets back and you have that true traditional run between the tackles guy. You got to try to figure out something.
Can I ask you a question? What do
Shoot.
you think of Tom Brady tonight, honestly? As far as the big matchup, Brady versus Rodgers. Who's winning that matchup, honestly?
I think Brady has played well. I think he's got a little bit of happy feet back there, especially later in the game. The third quarter wasn't his best quarter, but when he's went up tempo and he's basically been able.
I agree.
He's basically been able to move the ball down the field. He missed a few throws in that third quarter, just because of happy feet. I think Aaron Rodgers has played well too, but I think this has been one of those games where they both played well. They haven't done anything crazy.
Haven't both defenses played well, Wiggs? Like I've been a little underwhelmed. I've been a little underwhelmed with both quarterbacks, to be honest. I think both defenses have been surprisingly good.
But they've played well. I mean, you might say that you might not look at it like they might not be playing those games where they're going out there throwing for 300 plus. But they've played well. They haven't put their defenses in bad predicaments by turning the ball over. They've both missed a few throws here and there. But I think ultimately when you look at it, the defenses have played good. And this has been one of these games where, it's going to come down to the quarterback making the play. We just saw that with the defense, with Patriots offense, with, Brady making a few plays and then ultimately the nice play call.
Okay. Well, Matt, thanks for joining us on the Fan Line. We appreciate it. Do you think Brady is forcing it to Gordon too much?
I mean, I think he's obviously trying to get him involved. When you look at what Gordon can do, he's definitely not afraid of. Good job right there. They needed that.
Flowers and Claiborne.
The thing about it is this with Gordon, you got to get him involved because he can make some of those plays, and you got to take some shots. Think of the one catch I thought was a catch. They didn't review it. I mean, you got to throw those balls up. Those 50-50 balls that you throw up back shoulder balls. Gordon he's done a good job with it.
Okay, so if I'm hearing correctly from down in the truck, gracing us with his presence, if I'm not mistaken, is one Captain Cheesehead, one Mike Felger, I believe, joining us here on the Fan Line. If he's going to grace us with his presence, that would be excellent. If that's
no zip it, Jones.
We can get going. Oh, there he is. No cheese.
Shut your pie hole.
It's like say hello to your mini-me, Felger Jones. You guys are in the same cloth.
You think I'm bad, Wiggy? Well, you think I'm bad. This is the spawn of the devil right here. This is bad as it gets right here.
What did you do, Felger, when what's his name? I don't even know the guy's name. The 4th and 21 when he ran into the punter. What'd you do with that? You break any TVs?
So I was at the game for the first half. I was in a car on the way home for the third quarter, so I only listened to Zoe. So this is all based on Zoe in the third quarter. Anyway, but typical Packers.
Yeah.
Typical Packers. This is how I would see the game. It's been an even game. I think both defenses have been good. Both quarterbacks have been the same, whatever that is. And came down to a mistake, came down to a turnover, or stupid shit by the Packers.
Right.
And that's that.
It was clearly a rough in the kicker. I know you didn't get to see it. He goes into Allen.
The guy who's their guy on Sunday night, McCauley. He said it should only been the 5 yard. It should have been the
no. The way he went into him, he basically ran.
If you listen to Zoe, he murdered him. He actually took him out back and murdered him.
Yep. You couldn't see it because you were listening on the radio, but his leg, they had to put a little rod in there.
I don't care if it was close. It's 4th and 21. There is no reason to go block that punt. Go get the ball and give it to Aaron Rodgers. But that's the Packers. I'd also say the other observation is the Packers, I'd say 8 out of their 10 big plays are all Aaron Rodgers just dancing around. They're not by design. They're always sort of something broken off of something that was called. So it's like, it is, especially when you're there, I just got to say, it's all Aaron Rodgers. If it's not him, that is a horrible team.
It's him improvising. It's him improvising. It's him throwing off his back foot and just throwing the ball up. I've seen a couple guys make some really good catches tonight. But I think, like you said, Felger, both of the quarterbacks have played kind of even. The defense has played well. But
been good.
It's always going to come down to the mistakes. And, we saw that, obviously. We saw that with the
slap. Let me stop you. Wait, guys, stop you. Jones, what was your thought on the play calling on the goal line? Say so 1st and goal to 1.
So, I mean, I already talked about this with Wiggy. Like, I don't care at all about the Brady 1,000 yards. So that's not why I would have given it to Brady. But when you're down there, can you sneak it in with your quarterback? Isn't he great at that? Like, why are we not doing that? And
because there's 5 guys over the ball and a middle linebacker bearing down on him. Yeah, I'd rather turn around and hand it to Patterson. You're not going to really. It's a harder play to get in there. At least with Patterson, he's got some momentum going. You don't want to sneak it in when there's, they got basically everybody over the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Actually, so on Patterson, I have a question for you, Mike, because I know this is like mousetrap situation for both of us because I'm very pro running back. But if you want to
throw anyone back there, throw any shitty, stupid receiver who runs straight up.
Because you think Patterson shouldn't even be on the team, and Patterson's looking good. This is what I mean, mousetrap. This is what I mean, mousetrap. You have to go with your guy Patterson.
Here's my point. Anyone can play the position. Put anyone back there.
What about last week against the Bills?
Yeah, so it took him a week.
No, that's not it. Listen, that's not it. Tonight it's been fine. The Patterson project, it shouldn't be something that you should be riding. It should be a few plays here and there until Sony Michel gets back because you could tell he don't have the feel of the whole.
I think Kenyon Barner's perfectly fine. I don't care what the problem is with Barner.
Come on. There it is.
Yeah, he's got. His finger's looking good.
And he didn't pass out at the 1 yard line.
He looked winded. He still looked a little winded right there. He did, just a little.
Don't you kind of wish he went and grabbed a cell phone? Go grab a cell phone.
No, you go get the popcorn. Get the T.O. There's the Brady. Nice.
Oh, God.
Good angle by Tramon Williams there. That was good.
That is 38. Yikes.
You know what, but Felga, to go back to your point, like the Packers have, like they've literally killed themselves. That stupid play by the kid who got thrown out of the game.
Whitehead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we are. That's what the Packers are.
I mean, I don't think he should have got thrown out of the game, but that 15 yards put them way down there. Of
course.
That's the difference, I think.
You don't think he should have got thrown out of the game for that?
No.
Why?
No. It was an open hand slap. Right? Usually you get thrown out for a punch.
Exactly.
What do they call that back in the neighborhood, Wiggy?
Huh?
What do they call that back in the neighborhood?
That's a Chiquanda.
That's a Chiquanda. That's a Chiquanda, baby.
Yeah,
that happens all the time. It happens all the time in football, pushing, shoving, hands to the face.
That happens all the time?
That was about a minute after the whistle. That was so stupid. He deserved, just for pure stupidity, he deserved to get thrown out of that game.
But the rule is you get thrown out if it's a closed fist punch that you've thrown. That's a pimp slap. You can't get thrown out for
pimp slap. That's a pimp slap, Jones.
That's like.
No, I understand.
Money.
The Jaquanda, I thought, was on the back of the head, Wiggy. The Jaquanda is the back of the head.
Close fist around the game. Jaquanda, 15 yards. I should have known that. Sorry. Yes.
You know what that is? That's like, where's my money, bitch?
Where's my money? That's what I was thinking. It's just a stupid Packers. They're dumb. They're dumb. They got a brilliant quarterback, and the receivers are nice. But, I mean, they're just a dumb team. Between the getting thrown out, the block punt, the fumble, that's kind of the game.
I mean, the Packers or the Patriots have been kind of dumb, though. No, they're fourth. I mean,
they're fourth down stuff. The Pats had, I think it was, I forget what play it was. They had something stupid that they did.
Yeah,
but I can't.
Goal line crap.
Cole Pass is just overthinking it, or some. I don't know what that is. I mean, that's by design, at least. At least whatever it is by design. And he did make some positive plays.
I mean,
what's the problem with Kenyon Barner, for God's sakes?
There's clearly an issue with him. I mean, he picked up the blitz well. So usually, they like running backs who could pick up the blitz.
That was a great blitz pickup on Clay Matthews, right?
Right. So
that was tremendous.
But there's got to be something if they're not willing to give him the football. I mean, it's got to be something. Maybe they just don't feel confident in him to run the football.
They're paying Patterson 3.25, so maybe they just feel compelled to do something with him.
I mean, when you look at the kid Bonner, he was good at Oregon, so I don't understand why they in the Chicago game they gave him a few touches.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is. They love the Patterson experience. Patterson project.
I don't think Patterson's looked bad tonight. Like, I don't really like him as a player, and I don't know why they're obsessing over doing it. But I think when they've given it to him, at least he's looked good tonight. Unlike last week, where it wasn't working until they finally broke one off late. At least this week it's working, so I'll give him that.
That's because it's the Josh McDaniels. If you don't know this about Josh McDaniels by now, I don't know what you've been watching. He's the type that he'll fall in love with certain things, whether it's a toss on third down, whether it's, a certain player, whether it's, play action where he does it a lot. He's kind of fallen in love with the Patterson project. And, this is what we've seen so far. So I just don't want him to have to rely
for that Browns job, maybe. Maybe that's what he's doing. He's breaking out all the big plays for that Browns job.
No, you don't want that job. It's Josh Gordon.
Still ran out of gas at about the 10.
Yeah, you don't have that juice like
He doesn't. Where's that juice?
But Wiggy, you know what?
Wiggy, if guys are late, like a bunch of people said Josh Gordon were late last week, not just Rappaport, right? Jeff Howe said it, Kevin Duffy said it. If guys are
say he was late, Wiggy.
If guys were late, what happens? In your experience with Bill Belichick, if guys are late, do they usually get to play like their full complement of snaps and then go catch touchdowns the next week? Is that how that works?
No, they said that tells me he wasn't late.
Oh, bullshit.
That tells me he wasn't late. Listen, you've seen it before with guys.
You know there's different rules for different guys, Wiggy?
No.
Oh, really? Yeah, what if Brady's late? Shut up.
But Brady's not late.
Yeah, let's say he is. He got you again. Throw it deep, Aaron. Don't get hurt. Jesus. He's hurt. Shaking his hand.
Listen, there's not different rules for everybody.
No, right. Totally.
We saw it with Wes Welker. We saw it before.
Wiggy, honest answer. Did they treat you and Dan Graham the same way?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, yeah, they did, yeah.
What happens, Wiggy, if guy number 90 on the roster skips out on OTAs?
If guy number 90 on the roster skips out on OTAs?
Yeah.
He probably gets cut.
Good job, Jones. It's a double team. This is a Wiggy sandwich of negativity. We're closing in on you, Wiggy.
Well, that's because guy number 90's got to earn his stripes before he can miss out on OTAs.
Got it. I see.
I'm still not buying that he was late.
So I still love how we're just I love how the Packers are just taking their time. It's okay. Put your feet up. No biggie. Huddle up. It's okay.
They're only down by 2 scores.
Yeah. 6 minutes left. Oh, Jesus.
Right.
It's painful.
Good play. Wow, why do they not just keep picking on McCourty? Why don't they just keep doing that, Wiggy?
I don't know. Right. I mean, Jason McCourty's looked bad. I mean, he's looked bad. I don't know why they don't take shots. That's what I would be doing. I would be like, Aaron, look for the matchup. And whoever McCourty's covering, go to him.
Oh, Gilmore.
And he punched him. He ain't good. They could have threw a flag right there. You idiot.
It happens all the time.
Oh,
it's part of the game.
But it's stupid. Don't do it.
Right. It is stupid, but it happens all the time.
Shot Gilmore. Gilmore has a pulse.
A guy shouldn't get thrown out for that. But, hey, Gilmore's doing what he's supposed to do. He's locking guys down. I don't know. Adams hasn't caught a ball on him yet.
The touchdown wasn't on him.
On who?
No, I'm saying the touchdown wasn't on Gilmore. The one that Adams caught wasn't on Gilmore.
No.
Huh.
You know what I'm I'm concerned about a little bit. I want to know what's going on. And Felger and I have talked about this, is Gronkowski. Because you could see the team that they're a different team when they get in the red zone and they don't have him.
Roger, you're right. Rodgers looks hurt.
He's hurt. He heard it on this right here.
Right.
He's always fucking hurt with something. Always.
He'll be out for the next 6 weeks, and then he'll try to come back.
He plays through most of it, but
no. You know how Rodgers, he'll try to come back the last 3 games to get him in the playoffs. That's how it works.
Here's a ball game, kiddies. 3rd and 8. Get the first down, you fucking tool. Jesus.
Good spot. That's a good spot.
Yeah, they got a good spot.
They gave him a spot? That's a horrible spot. Good spot for Green Bay. Horrible spot. He did not get it.
Jackson and McCourty, man, they've struggled. They've struggled tonight.
Packers have got to go. There you go. Go. Move.
Uh-oh.
That's smart, though. If you're gonna take a shot, go against Jackson.
So that's who you're picking on, McCourty and Jackson.
That's it. If he puts that ball,
oh yeah, McCourty's out there.
If he puts that ball in a little better position, wow, he was way short.
Yeah,
I mean,
and could you be a bigger pussy going for the first down right there? Did you see him? How freaking soft he was.
Yeah, it's Teron Harmon. He's like Ronnie Lott out there, so you got to look out.
The Packers fucking disgust me. Seriously.
Yeah, I don't know that I've seen you watch Green Bay unfold in real time. I don't know that I've seen
it's not. It's soft, kind of stupid. This is all we got is this guy dancing around. That's all we got. That's all we got. I mean, that's the only thing that's different about our team. Right. This guy dancing around making a play.
So let me ask you this then. How the hell is McCarty still the coach of that team?
Because he won one early, Wiggy. He won one early in his tenure and sort of got that reputation as a winner, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's sort of stuck. And they make the playoff. With Rodgers is healthy, they'll probably make the playoffs. I mean,
right, but they're like you said, there's no
they're not good. They're not great.
There's really no design play calls. You don't see him going out there like, and seeing, ball, back foot, hit the ground, boom, ball comes out. It's a lot of it's a lot of him just improvising.
So he does all that shit, not open. Now he's got to go to the second read. Happens all the time.
Roll out.
Or he's improvising.
Huh.
And he dirted it. So he spends 30 seconds, doing this shit at the line. Like, you go here, you go there. No one gets open. It's every play.
Usually when you do all that stuff at the line of scrimmage, usually somebody comes open.
It's for something. It's not. It's.
I think he does it just so he could be in the same category with Brady and Manning.
Does he usually have this lack of urgency? This is normal?
Yeah. They're too busy dicking around.
I feel maybe red zone just does him a lot of justice because you're not sitting here watching the entire Aaron Rodgers experience. But I don't know. I feel like it usually moves faster than this.
Well, I think for most of the game, their plan was to bleed the clock. But now they're way too deliberate. Way too deliberate.
You bleed the clock when you're up. You don't bleed the clock when you're down 2 scores.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought their game plan was fine. I thought they did it to bleed the clock. If fuckball doesn't fumble, they're going in to take the lead late in the third quarter.
Well, no, the 4th and 21 was a killer because that led to the second James White touchdown, right? The running into the kicker or punter, and then the fumble. Like those 2 plays are the game right there. I mean, it's not the game plan.
I don't think the running into the kicker led to points, did it?
Huh? The running into the kicker led to nothing.
I thought it led right to the White touchdown.
No, because remember they got the ball at midfield, but they got called for holding on the punt return. So they went back to the 40. So they got nothing out of that. They punted. They just went backwards. They punted. The guy ran into the kicker. They get the ball back at their own 50 or 40-yard line, and they do nothing with it. And then they end up having to punt again. They had two possessions back to back where they had the ball in their own 40-yard line and did nothing with it.
Snap the ball. Jesus. Oh, my God, and that's their play. They fucking suck.
That's it.
We got to give the defense their due?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you do. Sure you do. Sure, give them your due.
All right.
Go ahead, Jones. How come you don't want to give them their due?
You got them.
Why not, Jones? Come on.
No, I mean, I think you got to. I mean, last week I legitimately
wheels are spinning, Wiggy. He's trying to formulate the take. Come on, Jones.
I got 24 hours here. No, I legitimately thought 6 points against Buffalo was too much. I was like 6 points against Derek Anderson, too many points. This, you hold Aaron Rodgers to 17. I honestly don't really care how you do it. I thought he was going to be around 30. So, no, they deserve their due for tonight. I'm not going to argue with that.
Hey, Felger, there's no way of him fabricating some type of shenanigans that come out of the sky with this one. The defense played good.
No. Don't underestimate Jones, Wiggy. Do not underestimate the power of the Dark Knight.
All he wants, but guess what? The tape don't lie. The eye in the sky don't lie. The defense
this is easy. I just won't talk about the defense a lot tomorrow. That's easy. We'll just ignore the defense. That's
Find something else that didn't work.
Yeah.
Wiggy, tell me your expert opinion. What did the defense do tonight?
What I think they did tonight, the thing that I think they did tonight, they play. What they did to me is they made it difficult for Aaron Rodgers. And when I say difficult, just where he had, like we've seen him tonight, having to figure out something, having to do a lot of something, having to improvise. It wasn't like easy stuff. The easiest play that they gave up was that stupid play that they hit to, I forget, he was running the post wide open on Jason McCourty.
83.
What was it, 83 who he threw it to? But when you look at Aaron Rodgers the rest of the game, they were on guys in the back end. You know, they were on guys, and he was trying to improvise. And to me, you know, ultimately, defensively, that's what you're good. You squeeze the pocket a little bit. You didn't have a ton of sacks. I thought they got away from running the ball with the kid Williams, Green Bay, because I thought when they ran the ball, they did a good job, and they created that turnover.
Well, did New England kind of goad them into running early? Like, was that kind of the plan? Like take it out of Rodgers' hand and kind of let them run and get out of what they do?
Well, I think you want to say, hey, you're not going to beat us with Aaron Rodgers because we know what he could do. You're going to have to run the football. But New England's getting gashed, though. So, I mean, you know, goading them into to running the football is one thing if you're able to kind of keep them to, like, you know, 3 and 4 yard runs. But when the kid's running up the middle for 15 yards.
Yeah, but isn't that better than Rodgers scrambling around and doing his thing? Like,
I mean,
that's the old Peyton Manning thing, right? Like, they'll let C.J. Anderson run down the field or whoever. You don't want Rodgers to have the football. I know that kind of changed in the second half, but that felt like what they did early.
This is the difference. Aaron Rodgers scrambles and improvises, but normally, and Felger could tell you this, when he does that, normally he hits a big play. He didn't hit any of those
big plays tonight. It's true, Wiggy.
Right. So normally when he improvises and he does all this and he scrambles, he usually is pointing and telling somebody to come back and he hits a big play. The defense didn't allow him to do that tonight. And that's the thing that I like about what they did.
So the big play, no one's going to show it, is that third down conversion to Dorsett. They had gotten stopped on, 3, 4, 5 straight drives. And that's what set up the winning touchdown, Wiggy, when they had third down and Dorsett came back for that ball. Dorsett had disappeared. Like, that's one of the big hidden plays in the game.
Well, the thing that I think before you came on, Jones and I was talking, he made that play. And I think the reason why you've seen him tonight is you got no Gronkowski. So they only have one tight end and Dwayne Allen. So you see them going, 4 wide receivers. You actually seen Dorsett. I think on that play, he was on the field with Josh Gordon. So you seen, that's why you've seen him tonight getting a little bit of action, because he caught another ball early in the game too. But I want to go back to the biggest thing, and this is something that you guys could probably talk about when you are giving the defense credit tomorrow night, Jones, on your show.
No, we'll talk about something else.
The thing that the defense did well is they didn't allow Aaron Rodgers to hit the big play and improvise and make that big play. That was the one thing that they did well.
So what did we spend all week talking about? What did we talk about all week long leading up to this game? Say it again?
The quarterbacks.
Yes, correct. The quarterbacks. I mean, I feel like that part of it didn't live up to the hype, right? I'm not saying it wasn't a bad game.
It did.
But like the dual aspect, the Brady v. Rodgers, like that didn't really live up to the hype that we were promised.
Not at all.
Well, that's because you wanted to see both quarterbacks go for over 325 yards and 3 and 4 touchdowns.
I wanted Brady and Mahomes, like from a couple Sunday nights ago. Like that's what I wanted.
The Packers didn't live up to the bargain. Packers aren't good enough. Packers aren't good enough to do it. Period. Story over.
Brady had that kind of game.
What's that?
Did Brady have that kind of game? I mean, I think Brady was fine. I'm not telling you he was bad, but I don't know that Brady was out there slinging it either. What do you miss?
Live quarterback rating? What is it? Rodgers was 24. Right now, Rodgers is 24-43 for 259, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Brady's 22 of 35 for 294, 1 TD, no interception. I bet the quarterback rating is roughly the same.
Right, but I think the difference in tonight and the difference in the quarterback play tonight, neither one of them made mistakes. But I think when you got to look at it, the thing that you're going to come back and you're going to look at, you're going to say the Patriots put up 31 and Green Bay only was able to put up 17. So when you look at the Patriots got to where they needed to get to. I mean, think about this. We talked about this game all week long, and we said, hey, Pats are going to have to score in the 30s. Green Bay's probably going to score in the 30s, and that's what the game's going to be. The Pats did their job, and a big part of that was their ability to move the football. And Brady was able to hit the guys when he needed to hit the guys.
Was a big part of the game tonight, Jones, their ability to move the football, the Patriots' ability to move the football?
No. I feel like the Green Bay turnover was massive.
Yeah, but that was one turnover late in the game.
Yeah, that was huge. It was a tie game.
Right. But the Patriots, if you look at throughout the beginning of the game, the Pats were moving the ball. They got down there. The first possession.
Wiggy, the game was tied at halftime, so 17-17. So what happened in the second half? What's the difference?
And I'm not even sure if the time of possession. I'm not even sure the time of possession is probably pretty close to even.
Yeah, but look, you got to look at the game. You got to really look at what the game was. First possession, boom, touchdown. Second possession, they moved the ball down there. They end up getting stopped inside the 10, first and goal from the 10-yard line. They end up kicking the field goal.
I think a big part of this game is that the Pats have played from ahead the entire time.
Right, but what I'm saying is then there was the series that they punted on, the one series that they punted on, Julian Edelman drops the ball right down the seam. So what I'm saying is when you look at the Pats' ability to move the football, they were moving the football. They were the only reason why they punted. Their worst quarter was the third quarter. I'll give Green Bay's defense credit in the third quarter. They made some adjustments and did some things, and the Pats looked bad. But then in the fourth quarter, after the turnover, they were able to now move the football. They ultimately came away with the touchdown. Let's think about it. That turnover that Green Bay had, that was on the Patriots' 20-yard line, so they had to go 80 yards. It wasn't like they got that turnover on the 10-yard line.
It wasn't a short field. Yeah.
No, they're blowing all those short fields.
Right. So all I'm saying is the Patriots have been moving the football on the offensive side of the football.
Wiggy, how do you feel about this team? AFC Championship game tonight. Patriots at Chiefs. Who do you like?
I tell you, the Chiefs. The way the Chiefs are playing good. You better bring
the Chiefs. Say it.
No, I don't like the Chiefs. I still think it comes down to.
Is Chatham waiting right around the corner? Is Chatham beat the bag out of you if you don't say Patriots? Be honest, because Chatham doesn't like negative talk, Wiggy. There's no negative talk with Chatham.
Patriots have the better special teams.
Here's what I'm going to tell you before I got to go do TV. The reason why I go with the Patriots because it comes down to two people and playoffs and championships, the coach and the quarterback. And at the end of the day, Andy Reid is still Andy Reid. He'll do something stupid. And Patrick Mahomes is still a young guy that might make a bad decision. And that's why I go with the Pats, even if they're on the road. I got to go, boys.
Go tell Chatham, go Patriots. We're with them. All go blue and silver, baby, the whole way. Love the Patriots.
See you, Wiggy.
Who do you like tonight, Jones? Chiefs, Patriots, Arrowhead Stadium, AFC Championship game.
I'm the only one who's here the whole time. I like Kansas City. And you said at Arrowhead? Definitely Kansas City.
Well, the game's at Arrowhead if we're in tonight, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've said all year long that I think all the stuff on the margins, even the latest Josh Gordon stuff with the Patriots is going to catch up to them. So if it's at Arrowhead, it'll catch up to them there. I wouldn't sleep on San Diego either. And I didn't necessarily love everything that happened in that game today against Seattle, but San Diego's caught my eye a little bit. So that's another team to look out for in the AFC.
All right, Jones. Thank you for steering the ship. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. Good times.
Okay. Fucking find something to be negative about tomorrow night or else I'm going to be disappointed, all right? I don't want happy talk.
I think I'm only on for a half hour until the Bruins, so that's
plenty of time for you to do damage, Jones. I've heard you do much worse with much less.
I'll figure it out.
Bye.